Divorce.
Welcome back to Boys on Film. My name is Phil Marriott. My co-host is Sean Vickers. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Plenty of stuff coming up, including coverage of the BFI London Film Festival 2022. We talked about this before. It is going to be a scorcher. I know summer's over, or almost over, but it is going to be a really hot one this year.
I can't wait to see some 5-star production.
I'm sure there will be loads. So many films.
Yeah.
Have you flicked through the brochure yet? Can you say what you're looking forward to seeing? Pinocchio, Guillermo del Toro's latest film.
You know, I'll squirrel out a documentary somewhere. Well, I'd love to talk about Obsessed, the one that's on Netflix at the moment about people being abducted by aliens. It's really, really 0 stars, but 5 stars. A lady gets abducted every time she has a KFC.
As a vegan, that's going to be difficult for me. And actually, maybe it won't.
Yeah,
quite triggering. We'll do that on the next one. Can't wait.
Oh, I bet, mate.
Yeah. Today, reviewing a film called Tomorrow Morning. I meant to see it. I was drawn in by Joan Collins starring in this, and Fleur and Anita Dobson, Omar Jalili. My goodness me, what a cast.
Okay, I love a musical as much as the next person, you know? But, like, I almost felt like every song in it was the same song.
So these songs, were they the original songs that were in the musical? Because this is a film adaptation, is it, of director Nick Winston's own stage musical about a marriage breakdown. And you think about that premise, you think, a marriage breakdown, is that going to be a thing for song and dance?
Well, it could be. Like, and as you say, like, you've got Joan Collins being fabulous and Joan Collins, and, you know, she plays the grandmother, and there's like a cascade of powerful ladies in this story and how it all hangs together. It was just really hard going, you know, like, and I just felt like it was quite boring. Every song was a bit like, do you want
to do that again on full screen?
Yeah. Divorce.
Because we got the hands in. We need to see those tiny hands.
It was a bit like that, yeah. Life is a bit rubbish since my divorce.
So it's a story of life, love, misunderstanding and hope. I mean, to be honest, when I read that, I thought, no, I'm definitely not watching this film. It sounds terrible. I'm not going to be into that at all. So let's talk about Joan Collins then. So what character does she play?
She plays it like the kind of like maternal grandmother with hopes and dreams for, you know, her granddaughter, you know, having the marital problems. What will I do after my divorce? Don't know.
I'm thinking Mamma Mia now. Is it on that scale?
Oh, it's not. No. I mean, Mamma Mia is it's a saccharine dollop of nonsense, but it has a start, a middle, and an end, and you can kind of watch it. This is very different. Indeed. Oh, and she's an artist, which makes...
Of course she is. If only she were a piss artist, that could have been much more entertaining, surely.
The one having the what will I do now?
Oh, Samantha Barks.
She's an artist.
We all love Anita Dobson.
You've just come to gloat, ain't you?
She was in a TV drama recently. I didn't actually recognise her. I can't remember what the TV drama was called. It was a 3-part thing.
Well, she's gone full grey-white, hasn't she?
Yeah. I mean, she was great in that, but she had a really small role. Does she get a small role here, or have they given her a bit more screen time?
She definitely features. I just find it quite hard, this whole thing, because you've got some real talent in the room. I just don't know whether it hangs together. I just don't know whether the theatrical translation of this into a cinematic release works. It may work on the stage, and it did, but I'm just not sure that the translation of this works. It just felt a bit like an episode of Hollyoaks.
So when you say that, is that because it felt stagey? Everywhere felt artificial, like the sets felt very artificial.
Well, the lighting felt a bit one note. The sets felt a bit one note. The songs are all very, very similar, with a very similar orchestration and a very similar cadence and melody. It just didn't land for me. I'm sure people are going to at me, which is fine. No change. But, like, you know, I'm prepared to be at it. But, like, you know, it just did not land for me at all.
It's funny you mention lighting, because I think that's really overlooked sometimes, and I think cinematography is as well, because we always think about writing and direction, And I think, cinematography and lighting, especially lighting when you see a lot of shadows, which makes it look more artificial, and you can obviously see, that it's in a studio setup rather than where it's meant to be on location. And that kind of draws you out of the reality. Not that we're expecting realness with a stage musical necessarily, or an adaptation of a stage musical. But yeah, I'd be interested to see how different the musical is to this film adaptation, because I think when they transfer it to the screen, I think it can often go wrong. I mean, recently we had, which I think was good, by the way, everybody's talking about Jamie, which I thought was quite a good film adaptation.
Now there's a really good translation of Dan Gillespie Sell's work.
Yeah,
like it worked super well.
Yeah,
and it felt fun. It felt up. Again, you've got a tonality with the songs that it has a spirit. They work with it rather than against it. We've had even Cats the musical, which has been
I still haven't seen
monumentally slammed.
We should do a review of that classic cinema.
I'm in.
We should do that for our live. We've got to do a live review. Is it available anywhere though? It seems to be you have to buy it. You have to spend 20 quid on it. It went straight to Dusty Bin, didn't it? It was straight to Blockbuster.
It went straight to Blockbuster. So I could do that. But even that, that's damning. But even Cats had something. This I find really a bit one note throughout, and that's really unfortunate given the cast.
So, tomorrow morning, the ultimate verdict from Boys on Film. I've got a funny feeling, although I'm not actually putting any stars into this, I've got a funny feeling the rating's going to be quite low, Sean Vickers.
The question is, can you give no stars? One.
Oh, you are giving it a star. So what's the star for?
Effort. Okay, I'll give it half for Joan. Half a star for Joan Collins.
But this cast is amazing. Weren't their performances good, or was it what they had to work with that?
They had to work with some real old detritus here. I'm sorry. It's really damning. It's between 0 and 1 for me. Do you want to give a number? I think at some point there has to be a film that gets no stars, and this one is a really good candidate. Joan's fabulous.
Thank you as always, Sean, and thank you everybody for watching. Let us know if you've seen Tomorrow Morning. See you, everybody.